Hello. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Super Loopie Woman video. My name's Katlyn. Thanks for checking my channel out. I really do appreciate it. If it won't bother you, I might ask that you please hit the subscribe button. That really does help me out. Totally free for you, but it really does help me out. So I appreciate that. Talk to you about my skin biopsy and my new diagnosis. I have been having some, I don't really know what you want to call them, skin lesions or rashes, welts, hives, basically similar to all of those things. I've been having them off and on for a long time. For the longest time, I really just assumed that they were bug bites or hives from an allergic reaction. So I really didn't pay too much attention to them, even though they were driving me nuts. I've talked to my dermatologist about them in the past, but they never were active whenever I would go to see my dermatologist, so nothing really could come about from it. While I have taken some photos, it's just not the same as going to your dermatologist while you have it. So I had these lesions, or whatever you want to call them, all over my body. Like I said, they were extremely itchy. I was itching so hard I was causing bruising to my body and cutting myself with my long nails. It sucked. It was driving me crazy. So after my wedding, I made a dermatologist appointment and went to go see them. And I had some of these lesions at the time. One of them was really, really bad, and it was black and blue. It was terrible, but it was like on its way out. It was like in the process of healing. So they didn't want to biopsy that area. So they decided that they were going to do a punch biopsy, which is they take basically like a little cookie cutter and go in so that they can take a sample of your skin. They had prepped me to do a biopsy of a lesion, or like I said, whatever you want to call it, right here on the back of my arm, kind of like by my armpit. And the time that it took them to prep the biopsy tray and get things together, they went to go perform the biopsy and that lesion had disappeared. And they were blown away. They were like, where did it go? It was just there. And I said, thank you so much for noticing that, because I thought I was going crazy. I would have these bumps on my body, these itchy bumps, and then they would just disappear. They would just go away. It was the weirdest thing, and then they would just show up somewhere else. So I'm so glad that they saw that it was there, and that it disappeared very quickly, and that I'm not nuts. So they decided to take a biopsy of this area here. What they did was they took basically like two samples. So they took one of the lesions and then one of healthy tissue in the same area, and then they sent it into the pathology lab for testing. It took about 10 days to get the results back. And I'm gonna throw in some pictures of the whole procedure. Basically, I just went to my dermatologist's office. We had a talk about everything that was happening and reviewed my health history, which is so important because my health history had a lot of key information that the dermatologist needed to decide how to proceed. They took the biopsy. Basically, they just numbed me up. It took no time. It was really quick. So they numbed me up, and then they just, like I said, it's like a little cookie cutter. They go in, stab, basically, take the samples. I asked to see the samples. They were really, really tiny, but you know, I know that they don't need a lot to determine what's going on. So they just told me to stick to my regimen in the meantime. So because they know I have itchy skin just to begin with, and I also have talked on my channel about having Autoimmune Progesterone Dermatitis, which is basically, it's like an allergy to the progesterone that your body creates. So it can be very itchy. Altogether, for that and other reasons, I always on a daily basis take 4 prescription strength Allegra, 1 prescription strength Zyrtec, and then Benadryl just as needed. And then I'm also on prednisone daily for the lupus, but they increased the dose because of what was happening on my skin. So they increased me up to about 20 milligrams a day, just to see if we could kick out whatever was going on. Topically, my dermatologist had recommended a few creams to me in the past. One is called, I might be saying this wrong, but it's Vanicream. They have a lotion, and they have a heavy cream that my dermatologist had recommended for daily use. In the past, I've also used Cerave, which they also recommend to me, but I kind of go back and forth between which one I use. They're both really great lotions. I recommend them both. They also had me use Sarna Sensitive. It's like a topical, I want to say like a numbing medicine for itching, so it helps to, you know, treat that itch. So I used that on top of the other 2. I also was using clobetasol steroid cream on all of the lesions, which honestly didn't really touch it. They have me now up at like a higher dose, but it's like the highest steroid cream that they have, I guess. Also, so I'll take some baths, and I'll use the Colloidal oatmeal baths, like Aveeno oatmeal baths, to treat my skin, and that has helped as well. But all in all, no major improvement. Like I said, it was spreading like wildfire on my body, being really itchy, interrupting my day, and just causing a ruckus. So about 10 days later, I got the biopsy results back, and lo and behold, not only do I have systemic lupus, or SLE, but now I also have Discoid, or cutaneous lupus, which is another type of lupus that causes those skin lesions and whatnot. To be honest with you, I'm still learning a little bit more about that, because I've always had systemic lupus for over half of my lifetime, and I never really, to be honest, looked into the other types of lupus. So maybe we can go on this journey together, and I can create a nice fact video for cutaneous or discoid lupus so that we can all learn about the different types of lupus. There are more types than that, but it's my understanding that those are the 2 most widely known. So now I have 2 types of lupus, I believe, and so that's going to be changing my treatment of the SLE because of this. So we're in the middle of doing a medication change, which I'll talk to you more about once I hear some final answers. But I will definitely include some pictures of my biopsy experience. Like I said, my doctors are just waiting to add additional treatment once they see, once the dermatologist talks to the rheumatologist and we come up with a plan. But my skin routine that I had just mentioned to you, that's gonna be staying the same for right now. Like I said, it's not super helpful to me, but I guess it could be worse. So if you guys have any kind of lesions or cutaneous discoid lupus or anything like that, and you have any tips for me, I would really appreciate you typing it down in the comments below. I'm totally open to suggestions. Like I said, this is a newer thing for me. I probably had it for a really long time. I just always assumed that they were stress hives or an allergic reaction or bug bites. But I'll include some pictures. We're healing nicely. Let's see if I can show you. Pretty small area. My stitches, one set of them came out super early, so there's still like a gaping hole there because it wasn't closed for the accurate period of time. So I'm hoping that the scarring's not too bad, but this is what we are looking at right now. You see the 2 holes there. And then the dermatologist has me keeping them covered with a Band-Aid with Aquaphor on them to help with the scarring. That might make it slow. That might make it heal more slow, but it will help with the general appearance down the line. So I'm just following the instructions, continuing to keep it covered, keeping the Aquaphor on it. Hopefully, like I said, the scarring's not too bad. I'm a pretty slow healer, especially on the prednisone. So we'll see how long it takes to heal, but I'll show you some progress pictures so that you can see. Like I said, the process really wasn't bad. I didn't have much pain at all. I had it done on a Friday morning and I went to work afterwards. Not a big deal. And the results took about 10 days. They also drew some blood lab work on me as well, which definitely popped positive for lupus. Surprise, I have lupus. Now I have 2 lupuses. Loopie, I don't know. It's a good thing my channel's called Super Loopie Woman because I'm like super loopy now. Like double lupus, double L. Bam, it's over. I'm trying to make it funny. It's not funny, it sucks. But I just wanted to share that journey with you. And please, like I said, this is new to me. If you have discoid or cutaneous lupus, please do share some of your thoughts and tips. I appreciate it, guys. Nice talking to you as always. Please do, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. Totally free for you, but it really does help me. So thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for another video soon. Bye, guys.